Hello, everyone. My name is Waleed, and I want to welcome you to my channel. I want to thank you for taking a little bit of your time to spend some time with me. I hope that you will like this video. I hope that you will subscribe. I hope you leave some comments. Again, my name is Waleed. I do own a home in St. Lucia, and my home is a luxury, high-end vacation home that you and your family can afford. That's very important to me. So I am always interested in different things that concern St. Lucia. I'm always interested in things that are happening in St. Lucia. So I do want to take a look at this video here that addresses the crime in St. Lucia. So let's take a look at this video together.
St.
St.
Lucia is
Lucia is
once
once
again
again
confronting the
confronting the
harsh
harsh
reality of
reality of
violent
violent
crime
crime.
as several lives were lost to homicides. This unsettling development comes on the heels of a police press conference where high-ranking officials, including Acting Commissioner of Police Dr. Mashama Sealy, proudly revealed a 19% decrease in overall criminal activity across the island. Speaking at a recent police press conference, Sealy underscored the decline in crime across the northern, central, and southern divisions.
For the period January 2025 to June 2025, a total of 7,400 crimes were reported across the island. Three policing divisions as follows: the Northern Division, 1,664 cases; Central Division, 2,929 cases; the Southern Division, 2,411 cases.
One of the things that I will say about St. Lucia, St. Lucia isn't different from other places. There are going to be issues with crime here and there, but one of the things that I will say for sure about St. Lucia that really attracted me to St. Lucia is that compared to other places, compared to other Caribbean islands, despite the issues that St. Lucia may experience with crime, the crime rates in St. Lucia are so much less than other Caribbean countries like Jamaica or Trinidad and, a lot of other Caribbean countries. It's so much safer there. But there are issues. Tourists can be safe when they travel to St. Lucia. I feel safe when I'm in St. Lucia, and I fell in love with St. Lucia. That is one of the reasons that I ended up buying a home there. And again, my home in St. Lucia is a vacation rental home. It's listed on Airbnb, Booking.com. I have my own website. People book directly with me, and I feel so confident with how safe it is in St. Lucia.
In comparison to the same period in 2024, where 8,627 crimes were recorded overall.
Major offenses such as burglaries and firearm-related incidents have seen significant drops. She emphasized that despite the recent violence, statistical comparisons with the previous year confirm a downward trend in serious crimes, including homicides.
The following offenses in the major crime categories also decreased as follows: burglaries by 17%, robberies 5%, firearm offenses 42%, stealing motor vehicle 3%, sexual offenses 29%.
However, Seeley was quick to clarify that while there has been an increase in drug and theft-related
Theft-related
offenses,
offenses.
St. Lucia has still recorded fewer homicides overall compared to the same period in 2024.
The following offenses we saw an increase: drug offenses 13%, stealing from prison 27%,
What's wrong
Homicides
with
for the
this?
period January 1st to June 2025, a total of 28 homicides were recorded island-wide, representing a 30% decrease compared to 40 homicides reported during the corresponding period in 2024.
She also noted that the majority of this year's homicides have been linked to firearms.
Of the homicides which have transpired in 2025, one remains unclassified and 27 are classified as murders. No police-involved fatal shootings were reported for the year to date, in contrast to 2 incidents in 2024. The majority of homicides during the period under review were firearm related, accounting for approximately 64% of all cases classified, and the ages of the persons who were killed was from range from the period, well, not period, sorry, range from the ages 18 to
She's having a lot of trouble reading.
35.
My
The recent
goodness.
string of killings, though
Another thing that is important to note that is not mentioned in this video is that most of the crimes are in certain specific areas. A lot of the crimes are gang related. Very little of the crime affects tourists and travelers and visitors to the country. I know that my home in St. Lucia is in a really nice upscale area. There's a lot of community eyes watching everywhere. The properties are really nice. The area is really nice and very safe. And I think when you travel to any country, there are certain areas that you should avoid and certain communities that you should stay away from. But in St. Lucia, the tourists are very safe. And, that was one of the reasons why I was very attracted to the island. I felt very safe. I didn't feel like I had to look over my shoulder the same way that I would in other countries, even though no matter where you are, you should be aware of your surroundings, mind your business, just use common sense. And, but, in St. Lucia, it's much safer. And I'm glad that, the crime rates that St. Lucia is experiencing is going down. And again, as I said before, the crime rates in St. Lucia is so much less than what the crime rates would be in other countries.
Alarming has not derailed the Royal St. Lucia Police Force's commitment to keeping the island safe. Under the leadership of Police Commissioner Vunga, the Royal St. Lucia Police Force has promised more patrols, more random and intensive operations, and continued visible policing efforts in an effort to protect citizens. For Choice News Now, I am Kishana Smith.
Well, I want to thank you once again for taking a little bit of your time to spend some time with me. I'm thankful that you watched this video to the end. I hope that you will like. I hope that you will subscribe. And if you have any comments, I would love to hear what you think about St. Lucia. I hope that you will watch other videos on my channel soon. Thank you so much.